We're going to start with our standard sphere and also a bent nail that you can see there, but we'll talk about that later. What do all good Vikings have? They have a battle axe, so we want to do a battle axe today. Select the top part of that. We're going to make the handle first, and we're going to pull it. If we pull it very slightly, we flatten off that object. Select the bottom of the handle, pull it. Let's rotate it slightly. And now when we pull it, we get a turn in it. Let's rotate it again. Pull it once more. Well, in order to grip the axe well, we want it a little thicker on the end so that it won't slip out of our hands. So we're going to scale it with another pull. Let's take a look at it. Let's select it and we'll move that out of the way. Go back to our modeling area and let's add our cube again. This is going to be the head of the battle axe. So the first thing we're going to do is to enlarge it with our scale. We're going to pull a spike and a blade out of this. Select the top part of it, pull it again, go to the bottom, pull it, make it identical. First thing I'm going to do is pull out a spike from the right side, selecting the middle two vertices there. Keep in mind there's two more behind it. If I look like that, I'm looking at it orthogonally, which helps in design. It's a good idea to keep in mind the three-dimensionality of the object. Okay, we'll pull it, and I'm going to start the spike by scaling it, pull it again, and scale it one more time, and that becomes our spike. My left side, we're going to pull out the blade of the axe. So the first thing I'm going to do, pick those inner 4 points, and I'm going to spread them apart with the scale. In this case, I want to scale it just in one axis. It's going to be the y-axis. I'm ready to pull, about like that. Pull one more time. That'll be the main body of the blade. And we know that because I'm going to spread it again. Getting me a little bit of a wedge to that thing. I'm going to pull one more time, but slightly. It's going to give me the kind of the edge where the blade starts and tapers off to being sharp. So one more pull here. It might be instructive to look at this in 3D. Now you see that's kind of a blunt axe. If I pull again, this is going to be the blade of my axe, but it's way too blunt. So what do? We're going to scale it. So pick scale, pick the z-axis, and now we sharpen our blade. So let's pick our scale again. This time make sure we're going in the y-axis. Let's select the whole thing. We only had that tiny bit before. Now we're going to scale. Let's check it out, shall we? Let's try putting things together. Grab the handle. Let's do this in an orthogonal view. Grab the handle by selecting any part of it. Select connected, so I know I've got the entire handle. And now I'm going to move it over and place that in the center. So, well, that's kind of a stubby handle for an axe. Select the bottom part of that axe, and I'm going to move it. I'm going to make sure I hold that move Y direction. Let's check our views, looking from above. Going to have to move the handle down, right? Move it in what direction? The blue one? Z direction. You know what happened? We moved the axe inadvertently in the wrong direction. Let's show you what we've got here. Grab that part of it only. Going to move it. And look at your triad in the bottom right. You want to move it in Z. Move it up now. So I think we should move that nail and nail it into our battle axe. But you know, it's in the wrong shape. It's in the wrong direction. We want to nail it in perpendicular to the way it's going. So I'm going to select that. I want to rotate it first. Let's see what we've got. Always good to check. When you do things in 3 dimensions, stuff like that happens. You can't see the 1 dimension, so you need to move it around. Slide that. I think we got it now. Let's look at it. Up! Nope. 1 more direction. By the time you've moved it 3 times in every direction, you gotta have it right. And here's what it looks like. I think we can do a few tweaks to this to make it look better. The spike at the end was used to drill through the helmet. The best angle, slightly lower. If I select just the end of that thing and then move it down a little bit. Also, Vikings would carry their axes in a holster on their back. Let's take that head that we have right there. Let's make sure we get the axe head, and we're going to play with its color. Bring up the color wheel and pick it to be white, or maybe even a little slightly yellow, a little bronze-like. Darken it a little. We're also going to pick the handle. Make sure I connect it. Color for the handle, it's going to be a little bit darker. And let's see what we've got. That blade's a little bit dramatic. I'm going to fix that. Select the bottom of that blade. Y direction only. I'm going to select just that one sharp tip.